If you have slow metabolism, apple cider vinegar is going to be good for you. If you have bloating, like you're always feeling bloated, it's just off and on, you can wake up in the morning and your stomach is like this, your stomach is swollen, and you'll be wondering, am I pregnant? If you are that kind of person, you benefit from apple. Since I started taking apple cider vinegar, I've lost about 4 kg in a month without exercise, without dieting. I've lost 4 kg. So imagine I include exercise and dieting to my regimen. I know how far I'll go. Hi there, have you ever eaten a meal and after an hour or two you're already feeling hungry and you're wondering what is wrong with me, but I just ate a while ago? Have you ever woken up and then you have this crazy bloating and you're wondering, what did I eat last night? Why do I have bloating? Then you need apple cider vinegar. So in today's video, I'm here to talk about all the benefits of apple cider vinegar. I have been using it for about a month and I want to share some of the updates. What you're going to learn is who needs to take it, the dosage, how to prepare it, and I'm going to give you updates about my experience using apple cider vinegar. So now the first thing you need to know is, what is apple cider vinegar? Is made from crushed apples and is fermented with yeast. It goes through a second fermentation process, but the most important thing is, the most important ingredient is acetic acid. The acetic acid in the apple cider vinegar is what makes it very, very beneficial, along with many other things that it does in the body. So now let's talk about benefits of apple cider vinegar. What are the benefits of apple cider vinegar? Number one, it helps with metabolism. If you are like me, I can eat a meal and it has not even digested properly. You still feel so uncomfortable in your stomach, so full, like it did not digest. You just have constantly having indigestion. That's how you know that maybe your metabolism is a bit slow. So it will help with digestion. The acetic acid in it will speed up digestion. It will speed up your metabolism. Now, if you are looking to lose stubborn fat, you have tried everything, then you need to include apple cider vinegar to your weight loss regimen. The reason why is because since it helps speed up your metabolism, it also helps to reduce fat storage, that is lipid storage. So you will not store as much fat as if you were not using it. I'm going to give you my testimonies about using this apple cider vinegar. Another thing you need to know is that it's very healthy for the skin. I've used it and I realized that I don't have as much breakout as I used to. So I highly recommend apple cider vinegar. Another thing that I've also benefited from using apple cider vinegar is the fact that apple cider vinegar reduces constipation. Yes, since I've been using it, I've not had any trouble, anything about constipation. I always use the restroom freely. I've not had any issues with constipation since using apple cider vinegar. The major benefit of apple cider vinegar is that it helps control blood sugar. Your blood sugar affects your mood. It affects how your body, digests food. It affects your cravings. Let me just give you a practical example. Have you ever eaten a meal first thing in the morning and next thing you know, you're feeling drowsy, feeling sleepy, you have very low energy? Before you know it, you're up again. You need to eat something else. You're craving something sugary. You're craving a snack. It's because your sugar levels, you have an insulin spike. That is the reason why you are responding that way. When you take apple cider vinegar, it will help reduce that insulin spike. And remember, I already promised I'm going to tell us how to take the apple cider vinegar. What are the other benefits of apple cider vinegar? You get to feel fuller for longer. Now, when I start using apple cider vinegar, I will take it first thing in the morning. Let's say I decide to have breakfast maybe by 12 noon or by 11. Before I would think of eating again, maybe like around 4 p.m. Whereas before, when I was taking apple cider vinegar, let's say I ate around 11 a.m. Before 2 p.m., I'm already looking for something to put in my mouth. And it wasn't helping my weight, it wasn't helping my mood. My sugar was always high. Sometimes I'll feel dizzy, I'll feel like, when your sugar levels are not stable, your mood, you also not feel energized. That's the reason why I want to encourage mothers to, try apple cider vinegar. So Who are the people that can take apple cider vinegar? People that are diabetic, that have issues controlling their blood sugar. People that want to lose weight. If you've been trying to lose weight, like since I started taking apple cider vinegar, I've lost about 4 kg in a month without exercise, without dieting. I've lost 4 kg. So imagine I include exercise and dieting to my regimen. I know how far I'll go. And by God's grace, I intend to include that from now on. I intend to do a lot of exercise and start watching, what I eat, so that I can maximize the benefits of the apple cider vinegar. If you have slow metabolism, apple cider vinegar is going to be good for you. If you have bloating, like you're always feeling bloated, it's just off and on, you can wake up in the morning and your stomach is like this, your stomach is swollen, and you'll be wondering, am I pregnant? If you are that kind of person, you benefit from apple cider vinegar. If you want a nice skin complexion, you will also benefit from apple cider vinegar. Let's say you're always breaking out in acne, it helps. Since I started using it, my breakouts has been a lot less. I also encourage people that have PCOS, endometriosis, any gynecological disorder that is affected by hormones or is caused by hormones. Apple cider vinegar can actually relieve some of those symptoms. Now remember, although I'm preaching about apple cider vinegar, it is not a miracle drug. I did not say apple cider vinegar will cure everything, but what it can do is it can relieve some symptoms that you are feeling, things like bloatedness, slow metabolism, indigestion. It doesn't necessarily cure disease condition. So because I say it controls blood sugar does not mean it is the cure for diabetes. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Also recommend apple cider vinegar if your staple meals, like the meals you eat a lot, are carbohydrates, yam, rice, potatoes, anything, bread. If you're that kind of person that you are always eating carbs, you need apple cider vinegar, because it's going to reduce your insulin spike. It's going to keep you feeling full longer, so that you are not eating or craving so much after a few hours. So you need apple cider vinegar. Now, what is the recommended dosage? So scientifically, the recommended dosage is between 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, depending on your goal. If your goal is to lose weight, I recommend 1 to 1.5 tablespoons first thing in the morning and before going to bed. First thing in the morning and before going to bed. Now, some studies will also say take it 15 to 20 minutes before your meal. Now, if you are eating 3 times a day, will you take it 3 times a day? Well, it depends on you. I personally feel first thing in the morning and last thing at night. I've used it and it has worked for me. I've seen significant results since I started taking it that way. Sometimes if I have the time and I'm not so busy, I can actually take it 10 to 20 minutes before my meal, but I don't take it more than twice a day. Another thing you should do is, if you don't like the smell of the apple cider vinegar, because to be honest, it has a very weird smell and the taste is I think I mentioned earlier on that one of the main ingredients in apple cider vinegar that really helps and does all of these wonderful things is acetic acid. Now, this particular one I'm holding has 5% acidity. What it means is that, let's say you pour this into a cup and you try to drink it, it will burn your throat. So you're not supposed to take it raw. Now, I've already told you the recommended dosage. How do you take it? You put it in a cup of water or a glass of water. Dilute 1 to 2 tablespoons in a glass of water and then you drink it. If you know you don't like the smell or the taste, you can add honey or lemon to it. I always add honey to it and it tastes wonderful, and of course I get the added benefits of the honey. When we look at apple cider vinegar, we ask ourselves, what kind should I be buying? The most popular brand of apple cider vinegar anywhere in the world, I think, is Bragg's. Even most of the supermarkets that I checked, it was Bragg's that they had. But the supermarket that I later decided to buy from, this was the one they had, hence apple cider vinegar. I've been using it and it has been working fine. And then we also advise that don't buy those ones that are sweet or sugary. You actually want the one that has been pasteurized. You want apple cider vinegar, not apple vinegar or apple flavored vinegar. And you can't use distilled white vinegar, the one they use in cakes and salads. No, this can also be used in salads and as a dressing for food. But you must go for the apple cider vinegar. Like the cider must be there. It's not just apple vinegar or white vinegar or cleaning vinegar. There are vinegars that they use in cleaning surfaces and all. That's not the vinegar you are going for. So this is the color. You can see that I've really like used it. I've been using it. Look at the color. This is like usually the color that you get from the real original apple cider vinegar. Having said that, it is important to note that if you're trying to lose weight, you don't need to use only apple cider vinegar. Don't be like me. I used only apple cider vinegar throughout the month and I only lost 4 kg. It's still a significant amount of weight loss, but mind you, I also included not eating late at night, but I was pretty much eating everything: bread, pasta, variety of foods. Not like I was cutting out some foods, but the only thing I did was I didn't eat late, and usually I will have my breakfast between 11 and 12 noon. But I know if I add exercise and strict dieting along with the apple cider vinegar, I'm going to go a long way. I'm going to make much progress. So if you're a mama, in your postpartum period and you're trying to lose weight, trying to lose that excess tummy fat, you need to try apple cider vinegar. If you have any questions for me, or if you feel there are parts of talking about apple cider vinegar that I've not covered, drop it in the comment section for me. If you've used it before, share your experience with us, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye.